Do not tell me you've had it bad until you've lived with emetophobia. And if you don't know what it is, it's basically the fear of vomiting. But that could be me, that could be other people in general. So I'm gonna break down all the crazy things that I do because I live with this. Okay, we're gonna ignore that I dropped that. The first thing that I do is I avoid obviously being around people that have been drinking. It is so hard when everyone around you drinks and you're just so scared 24/7. Number two, I do not eat any street meat. I've just heard one too many stories of people getting food poisoning. Nothing could make that seem appetizing to me. I don't wanna try it. Okay, the next couple things I do are actually in preparation for a flight. And you guys, I was so brave. I traveled twice in a month this last month. Number one, my headphones have to be on full charge 24/7. I probably wear my headphones and I'm saying my Beats, like full blast, noise cancellation, everything at 100% the entire flight. They literally come around and they're like, oh my God, take off your headset. And I'm like, yeah, and I put it right back on. Because people are most prone to throwing up right when they're like ascending or descending. The next thing is that I will always ask for the middle seat, but also hopefully to be in between people that I know and also people that I know that are not gonna throw up. So if I know that there's someone in my family that's more prone to motion sickness, I'm not sitting beside you. The worst is when I was coming back from LA and the girl beside me and my boyfriend was kind of like reaching into her bag every 5 seconds and I just kept thinking that she was gonna grab a bag and throw up and I was so scared. The next thing is also on an airplane, I refuse to use the bathroom and that's because of course people probably go in there to throw up. Funny enough, the time that I went to Barbados was the first time I ever went on an airplane bathroom and I was shaking. The next thing is that if you're sick of any kind, I'm probably not gonna come close to you and not even in a mean way. I genuinely am scared. Being sick can escalate really quickly, right? Sometimes you go from feeling nothing to all of a sudden you're nauseous and you have to throw up. Absolutely not. Now, this also ties into the fact that I get scared when I'm sick. Hate being sick and I hate throwing up. There was a point before last September actually when I got norovirus that I didn't throw up for 10 years straight. Next thing is that trying new foods is an absolute no-go for me. When it comes to things like sashimi, I'm not there. Any sort of meat even, I'm scared. I also sometimes even reason too much about like vegetables when they're not washed properly. You get a salad somewhere and it's not washed or not clean. Especially having a biomedical science background, I know how many gross bacteria live. At least with like things that are cooked in heat, you're a little bit more safe. The more obvious things are with amusement parks. I love them. I love going on the roller coasters. I never get sick, but people tend to. So for example, whenever I'm at Canada's Wonderland, I am not looking at the corners because there are always people throwing up in the bushes. There's always people throwing up like right after the ride. Just in general, being at an amusement park scares me. I'm also very scared to get pregnant one day because of the morning sickness. God knows, not me. Oh my goodness, being on a boat with people that get motion sickness and then people that have motion sickness but still go on a boat when you know that you get sick stresses me out. For body butter, I'm using this one by Bath & Body Works. Side note, At the Beach is an amazing summer scent. Obviously, I know that there's people that are going to be like, oh my God, this is not a real fear. Like you're just tripping basically. I wish I was tripping because for as long as I can remember, I've had this fear. I think my earliest memory goes back to grade 2. I'm going to finish off with this L'Occitane shimmering oil. I didn't even tell you guys, but I'm getting ready for an event. This one's actually with Vivier Skincare. So I want to know, what's your irrational fear that people probably always make fun of you for?